Oh, what's ghouling on, my funky fiends? It's me, the Grand Duke of Spook, Kris Bell, joined as always by my dear friend Roswell. It's been a minute since we've done one of these pre-produced videos, so thanks so much for tuning back in. We're trying to increase our YouTube presence, so if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and give us a follow, a like, and a subscribe and all those things. Tonight, we revisit some of our favorite moments from last year's spooky season. That's right, I'm finally going to recap some of my favorite moments from last year's haunt review season, which I'm going to be doing again this year come October with Creepy Knoxville. I'm teaming back up with them to hit the road again and review all these haunts for all of you. But tonight, I wanted to take time and look back at all those moments that were so wonderfully horrifying last October. In no particular order, I'll be showing my reviews from last year. Well, really in the order that I visited them. So no like best to least to last to, because I really can't rate a haunt. You know, I can rate a haunt as far as like how much I enjoyed it and how much I liked it, but I can't compare two haunts because I know how much work goes into these things and I know how hard these people work to make these shows so good. But Roswell, before we get into the creepy, we gotta get into the coffee. Tonight's blend comes to us, as always, from Petal Java. Petal Java sent us this week their newest blend, the Miss American Pie. Let's... Oh, yes. The Miss American Pie. It's not the. Roswell, there's no the. Miss American Pie. The newest blend, the tastiest blend, with a hint of vanilla and the delicious aftertaste of a piece of apple pie. What? All in a cup of coffee? Let's just put this to the test, Roswell. Oh, it's like America in a cup. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. This is fucking delicious. So while I engorge and indulge myself on all the coffee that I can possibly drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy a stroll down memory lane from last October at some of the best haunts that I visited during spooky season. What's ghouling on, my funky fiends? It is I, for those of you who don't know me, the Grand Duke of Spook, Kris Bell. I am coming to you live from the Creepy Knoxville page to say that I have infiltrated the database. I have gotten the keys to the kingdom, and Creepy Knoxville and I are teaming up to send me out around the world, well, around East Tennessee at least, to check out all these awesome haunted houses that are going to be coming to you this spooky season. And I couldn't think of one better to start with tonight on their opening night than our wonderful friends down at Frightworks. I am down here right now at Frightworks Haunted House. Absolutely phenomenal haunt. I've loved the setup. Everybody's staying nice and socially distanced out here. I'm out in open air, so I'm finally going to take my mask off, but masks on inside. It's a lot of fun. The show that they've put together this year is fantastic. I love haunted houses, so getting to come through this one and actually be scared and not having to like fake it. The jump scares are great. The show that they've put together itself is absolutely fantastic down here at Frightworks. And this is just their first night. There's opening night down here, and they've already hit their stride, in my opinion. From the effects to the animatronics to the actors, everything out here has been absolutely perfect tonight. It's a great way that I've had to be able to start off haunt season, and it's a great way for you to start it off. These guys are having a lot of fun down here. They've been scared the whole time. See that? What's ghouling on, my funky fiends? It is I, the Grand Duke of Spook, Kris Bell, coming to you live from down here at A.M.S. Haunted Attractions. Now, joining me now are my good friends Matt and Austin, who are owners, operators, haunters, and spookers down here in Maryville. Now, you guys have put together a great show.
out here. I just went through it, and if you didn't know, A.M.S. Haunted Attractions with an S is plural for a reason, because there's 2 haunted houses you can go through down here, both of which are free, Matt. That's insane. All they ask you to do is bring down a food donation that they can donate to a local food bank. So A.M.S., you guys are killing it. So bring the kids, bring the whole family, bring Grandma and Grandpa and Uncle Jerry, and get down here to A.M.S. Haunted Attractions in Maryville, because it is absolutely Creepy Knoxville approved.
What's ghouling on, my funky fiends? It is I, the Grand Duke of Spook, Kris Bell, out here at Outbreak On Main Haunted House in Oneida. Now, not only did I go through this haunt, but I have been working this haunt all night long. And this, I mean, they put on an excellent show out here. The wonderful people that own the Black Cat, who are sponsors of my show, The Creature Corner, have their own haunted house out here called Outbreak On Main out in Oneida, right on Main Street. Like, just when you think you're almost out of it, it's going to hit you again with something else, and then over and over and over. I've been heckling people in the queue line all night. I've been running around through the haunt with these people.
Who's happy to be in the freak show? Look at this and look at that. How you gonna get around here? Seems like this is the wrong way. Bearded lady, kill them!
What's ghouling on, my funky fiends? It might be dark now, but the light is coming soon. Don't you worry. It is I, the Grand Duke of Spook, Kris Bell, out here live on location at Screamville Haunted Attraction. Now, I'm standing here in the midway of Malice, where so many crazy things are happening right now. Behind me, you guys, come on through. You're having a great time out at Screamville. Everybody's having a good time. We got the meat grinder back here, which is the twisted mind of Doug Cox and Brainchild Creative, their take on a dunk tank. So you come down here, it's $20 to go through Screamville, and it's an extra $5 to play their midway games. They've got the dunk tank, they have a power slam machine over there that's a guillotine that'll chop somebody's head off, and they've got their take on the old basketball game, which is the headshot. You're gonna throw heads into a basket out here at Screamville. I'm gonna go get in this meat grinder, I think. I think that's a good idea.
Hang on now. You ready? Anytime's a good time. Yep. She's gonna make me. No!
Okay, so I'm just going to record, and then you can just do whatever you want.
Got it. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Oh.
You,
All right, cool. I'm just doing this for no reason. All right. Here we are, live down here at Screamville Haunted Attraction. Come on, David, let's go. House!
Speaking of,
Oh, diggity damn. I'm liking that.
you got feedback.
I don't even know what to...
You got feedback. Yeah, that's you.
Oh my God.
You got feedback.
Spooky. Hey, what's ghouling on, my funky fiends? It is I, once again tonight, the Grand Duke of Spook, Kris Bell. And tonight, whew, now that I'm away from everybody, I'm nice and distanced out. I am down here for my second haunt of the night,
down at the 13th Hour Haunted Trail. It's just a never-ending, expansive haunt that 1 minute you're here, 1 minute you're here, 1 minute you're here, and it's worth every penny to go through this. It's a nice long haunt, whereas the closeness of the corn in there, all of the trails in there are very close. There's not a lot of room for you to really creep around. You're kind of there in it, and it makes you feel very enveloped in the experience. So I'm absolutely recommending the 13th Hour Haunted Trail to all of you out there. Get out here this spooky season. Here I am, inside the belly of the beast, live on location at Avondale Haunted Barn. Now, the wonderful people down here at Avondale, now that the haunt has closed and the people have moved down, they let me do my video from inside the haunt. So as you can see, without giving too much away, this is one of their awesome, just one of their awesome scenes down here at Avondale. From looking from the outside, it's a little deceptive. I really thought that it was just a little bit smaller than what it was, but it's huge. The inside of this haunt is so expansive. There are so many different rooms and scenes, and not one square inch of this place has gone unused. You go upstairs, downstairs, there's multiple platforms of spooky scenes. There are things here that I have not seen any other haunt this season incorporate. They've been so nice to me. They scared the bejesus out of me several times. There's been a healthy mix of huge props, great animatronics, and absolutely excellent acting. These actors have been running themselves to death around this barn, trying to scare everybody they can. I've peeled my funky fiends because there's always more creepy ghouling on out here with Creepy Knoxville. Boo-bye. Ho! What's ghouling on, my funky fiends? It is I, here live on location, the Grand Duke of Spook, Kris Bell, standing obviously here at Frightmare Manor. Now, this has been one action-packed haunt. Absolutely superseded every expectation that I've had of the place. I mean, just, if you can't hear, the terrifying Chainsaw Man in the background there in the woods, there's, you go through this, like, portal into another dimension, and then you're outside in the woods, and all kinds of spooky ghoulies and such are coming at you from every which way. Where Mr. Jeremiah Lexer, which is a real story, that thing has been scaring me all night. Just a quick story, I was in the porta potty earlier, and the flame went off, and I am super glad I was in the porta potty, because it scared. Be sure to keep those eyes peeled for more haunt reviews, my funky fiends, and until the next time, we'll see ya ghouling. Boo 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 booga 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 boo bye. Alright everybody, and now for everybody over here, David, let's you and me go and look around places. You do 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 do. Hey! So we're here. What Jeff was just telling me here, we are inside of the Dead Man's Farm, basically the hub, the horror hub here where everybody meets up. He was saying that like most haunts, he doesn't have volunteers down here. His workforce is a full-blown, full-time workforce, 108 employees down here. That in and of itself is an incredible machine and a monster that Jeff here keeps running and oiled with all the help that he has from his full-time employees. He was showing me over here is his costuming area. Everyone comes in, they get nice and COVID checked because Jeff likes to be safe down here. Everyone's wearing masks, everyone's social distancing. They come in, they're gonna get costumed up here by their costume manager and all the extensive costume. Like your haunt is fully running right now and you still have a rack, like just racks full of costumes. There's 108 people working here and still costumes on the rack. That is incredible. Then after coming here, they come around to the full-blown makeup studio where our good friend Ash Mack works, right over here, getting everybody all spookied up, bloodied up, and looking fantastic, fiend-tastic. There we go, I'll make it spooky this year. So all around here, this is amazing, just looking at all the prop work and things that Jeff has put together in here. That's why I mean it. Every single one of you all, get down here to Dead Man's Farm this year because holy cow, Jeff, you've put on a great show. Dun, 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 dun. What's ghouling on, my funky fiends? We are into the night, well into the haunted evenings here out at the Scream Chamber. Aptly named so. I'm nice and social distance out here, except for my friends, so I can take this off. We're outside. So the Scream Chamber definitely earned its name tonight. The house itself is 200 years old. It actually has its froth with all kinds of paranormal activity for realsies inside. Heather, the owner, one of the owners, was just telling me a little while ago that they actually offer overnight stays out here for paranormal investigations to check out all the spooky stuff after the haunt season. So this place is scary 24/7. You start inside the house, going through, at some point you make it outside, then you're going through a swamp, then you're going through a clown tunnel. It has been insanity in there. They even have a corn maze inside. This is the first haunt that I've been to that has successfully seemed to incorporate so many different scenes into one compact building. Room after room of nonstop terror down here at the Scream Chamber. They hit me. I mean, she wasn't kidding. When I was standing on the ramp, the girl that's going over the rules and everything, she's telling me like, hey, you know, we've had people hit the big timeout button as soon as they walk in the haunt. And I 100% see why. They hit you right off the bat as soon as you come in, full force. And the costumes, the pageantry, the makeup, everything is so well done. I mean, I gotta tell you, everybody needs to get down to the Scream Chamber this haunt season.
Been waiting to see you, Chris.
I just feel like such a celebrity down here at the Scream Chamber. I am greeted by the wonderful greeting skeleton here. Mr. Skeleton Greeter, do you have a name?
I have many names.
I was afraid he was gonna say that.
I've been here for 200 years.
You hear that? This 200-year-old home here by Mr. Spooky Skeleton Man down here at the Scream Chamber. This is one of the most original opening scenes that I've seen at any haunt this season. Thank you all so much for having me down here. I appreciate it. I've just been dying to meet you.
It's good to see you again, Chris.
See, us fiends gotta stick together.
Let's go.
Follow my friends. They will take good care of you.
So there you have it. A comprehensive list of some of my favorite places that I visited last year, and some of my favorite places that I'll be visiting again this year. If you have any places that you think I should visit, or that you would like to see me review, drop it down in the comments below and let me know. I'd love to go anywhere and everywhere, because reviewing these haunts last year was such a fun, awesome thing to get to do. So stay tuned this year for new haunts coming up, hopefully, new reviews, and all types of new scenes from some old friends. Roswell, thanks so much for going on that trip down memory lane with me. I know you weren't actually able to go to any of the haunts with me, but you were there in spirit, telepathically, in my brain, because that's how the two of us function. Anyway, I really appreciate you being there, nonetheless. So for all of us here at the Creature Corner, let me just say, thanks for tuning in every week, and be sure to keep those eyes peeled, my funky fiends, because there's always more coffee and more creepy ghouling on in the Creature Corner. Bye-bye.